Hey guys, what is up? So today I have a really soft, easy kind of glam get ready with me. I haven't done a voiceover tutorial in so long, but here we go. So we're starting off with primer, one of my favorites, and then going straight into coverage. Becca Skin Love Foundation and Auric Glow Lust. I will leave all the products I'm using and the shades in the info box down below for you guys, so everything will be there. And I like to apply this with my fingers because I feel like the heat from your fingers really melts the product in so beautifully. Be gentle with your face, don't drag the product around. We don't want to cause extra aging, but I just love the way this makes my skin look. And then I add selective coverage in areas, really thin, light layers of coverage though. You can always build coverage up. It's really hard to get rid of coverage though, so less is more. And then I go in with my concealer. So I pretty much highlight any areas where there might be mild darkness, but also anywhere where the light would kind of naturally hit my skin. And I like to let my concealer sit on my skin for a little bit and dry down slightly because it increases the coverage. So again, the goal is always to maximize your product with using light, thin layers. It's going to give you the best results. And for my acne or hyperpigmentation spots, I like to spot correct with a concealer rather than increase my coverage from a foundation. Because again, if you don't need to cover up every single ounce of skin, it's better not to. It just is a prettier finish. And with the Auric Glow Lust in a deeper shade, I'm going in and using it as a liquid bronzer. I have an entire video on all the Auric products with like a tutorial. I've used literally like 5 or 6 shades of the Glow Lust and all the eye products. So I will leave that on the screen somewhere and down below for you guys if you want to check it out. But I pretty much just go back and forth between the liquid bronzer and blending out the concealer with a beauty blender. And the brush I'm using is the Persona brush. I love it. And one thing you guys are gonna see through the entire tutorial is it's all about the blend. Okay, you do something, you take 2 steps, and then you blend. Take 2 steps, and then you blend again. So I love going in with this NARS concealer over top any under eye concealer because it just gives such a beautiful airbrushed finish and adds a little bit of coverage, but the finish is just so stunning. So just a really light layer to kind of melt into my under eye concealer. And then we're going in with powder. This is an e.l.f. blush brush. It's literally $4. Everyone needs at least one. And I press the powder into my skin all over, and then I use a stippling brush or just a softer brush and gently brush it over the rest of my skin. So if I'm wearing powder, I kind of like to wear a full face of powder just so everything on top applies evenly, but powder is totally optional. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. The shade is a little too light for me, but I usually like to use it as like a base bronzer, and I just get all the areas where I normally bronze. So everywhere the sun is gonna hit me, my jawline, I do bronzing and contour with pretty much my bronzer alone. And then to deepen up that bronze, I used the Ilia bronzer and just took it around the same areas. NARS Blush in Amour is one of my absolute favorite like nudie pink blush colors for anyone with medium skin. It's so pretty. So now what I'm doing is taking my powder and really lightly carving out my cheekbones. I don't do anything crazy for a softer glam, but what I do like with my carving out of the cheekbones is to angle it down, so not straight across to the outside of my lip. I just feel like for my face shape, giving it that curve near my jawline is a better contour cut for my face personally. And I just build up a little bit of powder under the eyes before I go in with any eye makeup because it just protects against fallout and it's way easier to wipe away and protect your eye look. For the eyes with a look like this, I just keep it super, super simple. I use pretty much the same things I use on my cheeks. So the same bronzer, same blush. It's all about adding a little bit of shadow and dimension for me, not so much a lot of color or a lot of strong eyeshadow, because I like to go in with a smoked out eyeliner. It's my go-to, it's my favorite way to wear eyeliner and to apply eyeliner on most people too. It's just really soft and sultry and it's effective, but very, very pretty. And so I'm just taking the same blush, same bronzer, and building up the crease slightly. And then taking the same two colors and hitting that lower lash line just for a little bit of definition. For my inner corner and brow highlight, I actually went in with a matte brightening powder because I kind of wanted to keep the look more matte than add a big, bold pop of shimmer on my inner corner, which I usually love, but something real subtle and soft was the goal of this look. So just popping that in areas in the inner corner and brow bone where I would usually put a shimmery highlight, and then wiping away most of that powder bake. And when I hit the cheeks and wipe away the powder bake, I like to go back in with my bronzer brush and just soften up the line a little bit so it doesn't look like I took a makeup wipe and wiped a straight line. And that's me telling you guys that you want to curve down instead of going straight across to the mouth for my face shape. So what I'm doing here is the Wayne Goss buffing technique. If you don't know who Wayne Goss is, you have to follow him. He is a genius. And this buffing technique is one of the best makeup secrets I have ever learned in my entire life. 10 out of 10 would recommend everyone going and finding it and starting to use it in their routine. So with the Vieve palette, I'm going in with a matte cream shade. It can be matte yellow, matte cream, matte white, whatever. It's just to brighten up the lid, but again, keeping everything matte and just blending. This next part is my favorite part of a look. It is the eyeliner. And if you don't own this eyeliner, you need to pause this video and go buy it. It is the Makeup by Mario eye pencil in perfect brown. It is actually the perfect eyeliner. Look how smooth and easy it is to blend out. And I'm using the brush that's on the pencil. That's crazy. It's so, so good. And then I just go in with any matte brown shades that I'm feeling in the mood for, or any matte shade in general, and I press it over my eyeliner and then just buff it out and smoke out the eyeshadow over the eyeliner. This is easy, especially if you are not great with eyeliner, because you don't need to be super precise. It looks very done on purpose. And if you don't have very steady hands or you're not used to applying eyeliner, you can really shape your eyeliner way easier this way than with a liquid eyeliner or a gel eyeliner alone. And then of course, we're just blending the edges, blending the wings, blending everything together. For my highlight, I decided again, instead of a really shimmery highlight, to go in with the Auric Glow Lust for just a wet skin kind of a glow. And I'm using literally the tiniest amount on both sides. This stuff is amazing. And then blending again with just a little bit of the NARS Amore blush to make sure that there's no harsh lines. For my brows, I just went in with a little bit of the Glossier Brow Flick, and I combed over the Patrick Ta brow wax right on top. Just not a lot, simple, bushy, fluffy. Of course, my lashes, Grande Primer. It is the best primer ever. Everybody needs this also. But I just go in with a heavy amount of it, and my Marc Jacobs at Lash Mascara, one of the best mascaras. I absolutely love this mascara. If you apply both of these products, it literally gives you a false lash effect. And just a tiny bit on the lower lash line because I like the look of a lighter lower lash line and a slightly heavier top lash. For lips, I went in with the KKW lip liner in 1.5. It's a great middle nude. It's not super deep, it's not super light. It just adds a pretty, very natural definition if you are around my skin tone. And then to incorporate a little bit of the pinkiness that I had from the NARS blush, I went in with Revlon Untold Stories, amazing, drugstore, stunning. And I topped it off with a light nude lip gloss, just to make it a little juicy looking. And then we just take out the pin curls, and that is a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you try it out, let me know in the comments down below. Pretty easy, very pretty, and wears beautifully through the day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.